Hello everyone, my name is Bernath and I'm going to be taking over the Feedfeed Snapchat today. I'm a teen chef and food blogger from Teaneck, New Jersey. If you're on Instagram, you should definitely check out my account, Chef Bernath, and I post different recipes and my adventures in the kitchen. I had the amazing experience a little over 2 years ago to appear on the popular Food Network show Chopped. To turn my passion for cooking into my career already at the age of 14. I do cooking demos across the tri-state area, cooking classes, and I have corporate sponsors on my blog, and you can check out everything I'm doing on my blog and social media. Today, here on Snapchat, I'm going to show you all how to make my favorite chicken dish, chicken tikka. Chicken tikka is a traditional Punjabi street food that you can find cooked over hot coals in a huge tandoori oven on the streets of India. I created this street food favorite in my home kitchen, and I'm going to show you all how to make it. So let's get started. You can find the recipe that I'm going to be making today on my blog, cookwithchefeitan.com. It's my latest post I posted this past Sunday. I wanted to mention that if you have any questions while I'm doing this cooking on the feed about what I'm doing, the ingredients, you can just snap me and I'll answer the questions on here. First ingredient in our marinade is our coconut milk. Next thing we're going to add is all of our spices. So as you see over here, I have my tiffin here, which is like a spice box full of all the spices we need. Turmeric, cumin, chili powder, cardamom, mace, nutmeg, and salt. Now we're going to freshly crush some of this shelled cardamom in our mortar and pestle. And I'm going to add a pinch of that into my marinade. I'm going to add in some freshly squeezed lemon juice. We're going to add in a ton of food coloring. The signature thing about chicken tikka is its iconic bright red color. So if you're not into food coloring, you can totally leave it just spices, but I like it nice and bright and red, so I'm going to add a lot. I ran out of my good food coloring last night, so as you can see, it's not really getting that red, but I made some more chicken tikka last night, so I'll be able to show you how red I like it. I've added all of my chicken into my marinade, and now I'm going to mix it together. I've covered my bowl with saran wrap, and we're going to bring it into the fridge to let it marinate overnight. Don't worry, we're not going to have to wait that long, because I've already made some chicken last night. But meanwhile, I'm going to show you guys how to make some homemade roti bread. I'll be making my roti bread in my KitchenAid mixer, just because it is much easier than doing it by hand. I'm first going to add my whole wheat flour. I'm also going to want to add a small pinch of salt. I've turned on my mixer, and I'm going to slowly add water until it forms into a ball of dough. Our dough has finally come together into a soft ball, and now I'm going to keep it on there for another minute or two to knead. Needed, you can add in a teeny bit of oil and mix just until it's combined. So our roti bread is just resting right over here, and meanwhile we're gonna get the skewers ready to put the chicken tikka. Before we do that, we're going to preheat our oven on the broiler setting. I've got my chicken tikka here. As you see, it's very nice and bright red. And some skewers that I've soaked in some water just so that they don't burn. I put the chicken onto the skewers, but it's a little bit messy, so I think I'm going to hand my phone over to my mom so she can get some videos of me doing it. Hold it down. It's done. All my chicken tikka on my skewers, and now I'm going to put them on my baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Got all of my chicken on my baking sheet, and now I'm going to bring it into the oven. My dough's been resting, and now I have my cutting board, which I'm going to roll it out on. And by the way, look at this awesome cutting board I got that says Eitan. I got this for my bar mitzvah. I love it. You can see I've separated out my dough into a bunch of little balls. Take one of my pieces of dough and just kind of lightly dab it into the flour so it gets fully coated. Now it's time to roll. Let's go. It's pretty hard to use a rolling pin and Snapchat at the same time, but as you can see, you're just going to roll it out really thin. We cook it. Let's just check on our chicken tikka. Look at that. Almost done. Got a pan here preheating with a teeny bit of oil inside, and now I'm going to get one of our rotis and we're going to put it inside. What I'm going to do is just get a thin layer of the cooked roti on the outside, but we don't want to fully cook it on here, because then we're going to bring it over here onto the fire. Now we're going to flip. We have our flame really high right there, and we're going to take our bread and put it right on here. We're going to start puffing up and making tons of little bubbles. Just want to keep flipping. Look at those nice char marks. Our first roti is done cooking, and we're going to bring it onto our plate here, and I'm going to go make the second one. To do that, I've realized that my chicken tikka is done cooking in the oven, so we're going to take it out of there. Wow, look at that beautifully bright red chicken with all those nice char marks. It's going to be great with our roti, but let's just make one more. All of my roti and chicken tikka are done, and I've plated it all right here, and oh my god, it looks yummy. It's okay to have chicken tikka in the morning, right? Yeah, what time is it? 9:44 in the morning? Perfect time. Let's see how the roti came out. Oh wow, it's really thin, all bubbly. There's all those air pockets in there, super. The best way to eat it, in my opinion, is just have a little piece of chicken tikka wrapped in a roti and just take a big bite. Alright, well, as you can see, I've already eaten one skewer and all my roti bread. It was super duper yummy. Wow, this was so much fun. So if you guys want to take over the Feedfeed Snapchat one day, you can just snap us and tell us what you'd like to make. For the chicken tikka that I made today is on my blog, cookwithchefeitan.com. If you guys make this chicken tikka recipe or any other recipes on my blog, please tag me on your photos on Instagram. I love to see what you guys make. I want to thank the Feedfeed so much for letting me take over their Snapchat today. I had so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Bye!